Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Nerd Eye Council.
We back. Hello, peoples.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
My fidget spinner's back.
Ralph has stopped collecting dolls and now collects fidget spinners. He's got racks of them all in his house.
Can't help it, they're addicting, bro.
They're for my kids, really.
I totally got off the crack and now I'm doing fidget spinners.
The Batman one is cool.
Yeah.
Your mom told me today that she pissed you off. I'm like, what'd you do?
She tried taking it out of my hand.
She's like, I told her I didn't like that damn fidget spinner.
Shut up, Mom. I don't like your fourth husband.
Burn!
Yeah, that's why I said it, Mom. I'm just kidding.
So we got something kind of different for you guys today. I was throwing around this idea last night, and we're going to do, since they're doing Star Wars spin-off movies and have been so successful, and there's many in my head that I want them to do, and I don't want them to waste any of them, so I was kind of like, man, what would if we could choose, if the Nerd Eye Council could choose, what would I do as a Star Wars film? And so we wrote down a couple things, and we're going to each give our Star Wars movies, cast included, and a brief synopsis of the story. And after that, whatever. We'll talk about whatever.
Right.
We're just killing time till Transformers comes out next week. Nate, you want to start? Or Ralph?
Let's go Ralph first.
Nate. No.
Okay, I'll start. So who's your story about? What's the story? You got a title? An official title?
I don't have an official title.
What do you know?
It's about Qui-Gon Jinn and Han Solo. The connection of those two. Okay, so Han Solo was born 30 BBY. And
If you don't know, before the Battle of Yavin.
Yes.
What seems to be the Star Wars equivalent to Jesus Christ being crucified. I was thinking that earlier, like, really? That's the big significant moment?
Yeah.
That's the Jesus comparison? Well, now we have to change time and how we record it because Yavin happened.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, BBY.
Yeah,
But what is it? Oh, before Yavin? Before Battle of Yavin. Before Battle of Yavin.
Yeah. And then Qui-Gon died 32 BBY. 2 years before Han Solo died. So I had to run with that a little bit. I made it to where...
So wait a minute.
You mean Han Solo's born?
Yeah, Han Solo.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry. So I got it where Qui-Gon met Han Solo's mother, and her real name is Jaina. I believe that's her name, Jaina. On Corellia. How do you say it, Nate?
Alright, so...
Corellia.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then they had a little fling going on, met her, blah, blah, blah. Qui-Gon and Han Solo's mama hooked up. And then, of course, the pimp Qui-Gon is, he dropped the change and left.
I don't have time for this. I'm a Jedi.
And she ended up, of course...
Was he a Jedi at this point?
Yeah, he's a Jedi. Right. He was on a mission. Yeah, it was 2 years before, so yeah. Before he died.
Oh, 2 years before he died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he left. She was pregnant, blah, blah, blah. She found out she was pregnant, and where she's from, she would be killed for being pregnant and not married. So her friend that she knew when she was a kid got with her, and his name is actually John Ash. That's actually Han Solo's real father, but he's,
John Ash?
John Ash, something like that.
Is that one name?
John Ash Sewell. Suul. So he stepped in.
Sewell? No way!
So he stepped in, became the father figure in Anakin, or in Han Solo's life. Zul the Carpathian. Yeah. So he stepped in, raised the baby, so that's where they got Han Sewell from. His real name is Sewell. Suul.
For real?
Yeah.
That's his last name?
That's his real last name, yeah.
And when he became the smuggler that Didn't give a fuck. He was
really,
like, I'm going solo!
It really doesn't say, but I kind of threw my own little twist in there. So they lived on Corellia, whatever it's called, until they were both killed during the attack of Order 66. They were just caught in the crossfire. I don't know if the time matches up, but it sounded good.
But it sounded good.
He doesn't care about time continuity. He's like, fuck it, this sounds good to me.
But, Han survived by hiding out in a little cave. He was 10 years old. Then he became a loner until he joined the Stormtrooper Academy.
So we don't know exactly anymore.
I don't know. This is all probably bullshit because the movie's coming out.
Well, you're pulling stuff probably from the expanded universe or whatever they call it, the Legends.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is, if we don't have a movie about it yet, or a novel, or a cartoon, which is limited to the novels and Rebels, and what little backstory of Clone Wars, if we don't have a movie about it, it's all. Yeah, I mean, Legends is not canon.
Left up to interpretation.
Right. Which is basically what Disney's doing, is a lot of pulling from the Legends and changing things. So, because, I was kind of thinking, like, well, how accurate do we have to be about these movies? But what information we did pull today, it's all from the Legends.
Yeah, that's how I got his mom and dad's name, was from the Legends.
So, we tried to keep it pretty real, but we could have been really wacky, and shit don't matter because there's no canon for it yet. There's no canon for Han Solo's father yet, but I bet there will be very soon.
Yeah, with the Han Solo movie coming out.
But I was just gonna mention, because you were talking about the Stormtrooper thing, and we all know from the Legends, if you're a Star Wars fan, we've all heard that. Did you know he was a fucking Stormtrooper? I remember hearing that years ago, going, what? So it'd be interesting to see if they touch upon that in the movies.
That is
don't
true.
you think?
That'd be awesome.
I almost don't think they will.
They should.
I almost don't think
if they do, then that's canon.
Yeah.
If they do, then that is officially canon.
I almost don't think they will, as in, like... Because honestly, I think Disney kind of looks at it now and says... And again, I don't know how much of this was Harrison Ford, but I think now, in hindsight, they look back at killing him off so fast and probably say, fuck, that was a mistake.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I know Rocky feels that way.
Fucking disaster. It ruined my year.
But I think maybe they misunderstood, because there was a lot of people pissed off about Han dying. One in the house right now.
Especially that fucking soon. Bullshit. Fuck you, Kylo.
But again... You're kind of like, you're tarnishing the Han Solo story a little bit if you make him a stormtrooper. Unless you make it like he was pulled into it against his own will.
Yeah, like how Finn was.
Yeah, and realized how much he didn't care for
them. Yeah, but that's copying off of the Finn story, though.
It is, very much so, you're right. See, I don't even know if they'll touch that. I really don't think they will.
Seeing how we already got one stormtrooper.
Although there's going to be a lot of fans looking for it. Yeah. How do you think fans feel about that? I'm not a big Han Solo fan, even though I named my cat after Han Solo. But
Han Solo's awesome. I'm naming my next kid Harrison Ford Han Solo, Indiana.
Most people who know me actually usually go, "What? You don't like Han Solo? You seem very much like a Han Solo." I've been called a rebel a few times in my day.
I've been called a smuggler for
yeah, I've never been called it, but I have smuggled.
No, man. That would be fucking awesome.
I'm a muggle that snuggles. Smuggled.
That would be cool, though, if they do show something like that. And I don't even mind it, really. I wouldn't even mind.
Well, I don't give a fuck. I think it would be cool, because I'm not really a Han Solo fan.
But then again, it's still going off of the Finn story.
My whole beef with Han Solo was just basically not the character, it's just the lack of lightsaber or his belief in the Force. Which was kind of cool they redeemed that right before he died. And he's like, fuck yeah, I was wrong, it's all true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. For me, as somebody on the outsider who was always like, fuck Han Solo not believing in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Stormtrooper. It'd be interesting to see if they do that.
That'd be cool.
I've even heard, and I gotta throw this out there since we're talking about Han Solo, I heard recently that Disney is talking about doing, because what's his name? Glover. playing Lando?
Donald.
Donald Glover, they're saying, hit the motherfucker out of the park as Lando.
Yeah, you could put Shaq in that position.
Dude, I'm telling you, Donald Glover is awesome, though.
No, he's fine.
He is.
He's alright.
And they're already talking, maybe we should give Lando his own movie.
Shut up. That is stupid.
I kind of thought the same
Fucking
thing.
watch
I
this
love
movie.
Donald Glover, but Lando Calrissian, I kind of feel the same way about Boba Fett. You don't need to waste an entire movie on that character. That's just my opinion. Don't hate on me if you're... Go ahead, hate on me. We're desperate for comments. Fuck all you Boba Fett people. If you want to say something to Darth Payne, bring it.
Fuck Boba Fett. He fucked his mother. What the fuck?
He wasn't even a real Mandalorian, bitches.
Ooh.
I got respect for the Mandalorians. I don't got no respect for Boba. I
hard.
called him
I like Boba Fett.
I called him Baba the first 25 years of my life.
Boba Fett. Boba Fett.
Well, he was unnamed. He was pretty much unnamed until the prequels, right? I mean, nobody ever really said, "Hey, Boba Fett."
Prequels?
In the original trilogy, he's never like spoken to. Like even when Vader talks to him, he doesn't address him by a name.
Jabba does.
Does he?
I thought he did. Jabba's palace. Or something.
Boba.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Does it? I don't remember that part. Do you? Does anyone ever mention Boba Fett's name in the original trilogy?
I don't know how the fuck he got so popular.
I always wrote Boba Fett off as everybody saw him in Empire and was like, that dude's kick ass. Who's that dude?
I think in the second one when...
Empire.
No. You're talking... Oh, the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I know. I know he's named
right.
when he's a little kid. They're like...
Right, no,
They
there's...
don't even... Do they say the name in the prequels?
Well, you kind of
Well, you see the kid,
You
you
know
see Django,
Django, they say
and Django
his name.
says, Boba, they say, Boba, we gotta go.
Did it say Boba?
I think he said...
Because now
He
this is
says
bugging
something
me.
like
Do
that.
they ever fucking say his name?
Yeah, I think he actually says Boba.
Maybe we can make his own name up. I call him Frank.
Frank Fett.
Frank Fett.
I call him Steve.
Steve Fett.
Steve Fett.
Steve Fett. Frank
You
Fett.
can call me Mr. York. When I got the mascot, I'm Mr. York.
Alright, so he joined the academy when he was 15 years old, and his first job as a stormtrooper was execution.
Did you really? Does it come off of Legends?
Came out my
Oh,
mind.
all right, right on.
Came off
Roll
my
with it.
mind.
Roll with it. And who's he gonna kill?
And he had about 15 executions underneath his belt already, and then the 16th one was Chewbacca.
What?
He was supposed to kill Chewie, but while Chewie was in his holding cell waiting for execution,
Is
Han
this where the
Solo-
life debt came from?
Han Solo picked up a conversation with them a couple times. They were close.
He's like,
So Chewbacca and Han Solo ended up being friends, and during the execution, Han Solo hit the other guard, pulled out the other guard's DL-44, because Han didn't have a DL-44.
Pause. What? How fun? I'm interested now.
Okay,
Don't
okay.
fucking. What? What do you want?
Come on, man. I'm
You
on a roll
hooked me.
here.
I'm like, I'm bored now. What if this is the fucking story of the next Han Solo movie? Like the actual. What if they're like, dude, if we go see that movie and I see him in
I swear to God, dude, this is all straight.
Chewie's
my
in
fucking
jail
brain,
and Han
bro.
Solo is a stormtrooper, I'm gonna look at you like, motherfucker, are you a soothsayer?
I swear to God, dude, this is all from my brain, bro.
Alright, I'm hooked. Go ahead, keep going.
So, anyways, Han Solo wrestled the
Steals the
DL-44. From the other clone trooper. That's how he got the DL-44 and saved Chewie. So that's how Chewie owes him a life debt, because Han saved his life. So blah blah blah. And there you go. And then at that point, Han Solo changed his name, because when he was a stormtrooper, his name was Han Solo. So when he became on his own, he became Han Solo.
It's really Asian,
I
isn't
know,
it?
right?
Hansu!
Han Solo.
Hiya!
And then at the end, it comes out that Han Solo never found out who his real father was until he became a Force ghost, because when Han Solo died, he caught up with his real father, Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn showed him the way of the Force as a Force ghost, because he does have some Jedi in him, because his father was a Jedi.
Alright, I think you're pulling that last part out of your ass, but okay.
Hey, dude, he ain't gonna die. He ain't never gonna die, Han Solo. So that means Kylo Ren's grandfather, on his dad's side is Qui-Gon Jinn, and on his mom's side is Anakin.
Ooh.
Yes. So that's what makes probably Kylo Ren one of the strongest Jedis.
I told you I was a bad motherfucker.
Stronger than Luke.
Ooh.
Yes. If that's what it comes down to.
I feel like that was a dig. I took that personal right there.
Yeah. Alright, actors, I don't give a fuck. We could have Eddie Murphy for all of it. I don't give a shit. Han Solo, during the episode 1 time, I got Chris Pratt. And for his dad, I got Chris Pine. For his mom, I got Jennifer Lawrence.
I can't use her. I was using her. Did
Too
you
bad
really?
I used her.
Oh, okay.
Teenage Han Solo, Chandler Riggs. You know who Chandler Riggs is? Carl from The Walking Dead. Rick's son.
Okay, he's who?
Teenage Han Solo.
Oh, okay.
Young Han Solo.
I hated Carl.
Before 10.
Oh,
like
he's
7,
the kid, Carl.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Before 7, 8, 9 years old, whatever. It was Mace Cornell. He's a kid from the Disney Channel. Got the dark hair. Kind of cool looking. You know, it's from that stupid TV show, Nicky, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn.
I don't know that show, but okay.
You don't have cable. I got kids,
Okay.
you know. And
Last I knew was Zach, and
oh yeah.
that's where I checked out last. That's
Yeah.
when I had cable last.
That's Saved by the Bell.
No, it was Zach and Cody
Oh, that's like, yeah.
before you had kids.
And then Qui-Gon Jinn, obviously being played by Liam Neeson. You can't pick anybody else. And Ben Solo, Adam Driver.
So,
Credits roll. Boom. Best
Is there-
movie ever.
is there an older Qui-Gon?
Yeah,
he
Liam-
died. Well, he
No,
died.
he would have
That's
died.
what
So
Force
yeah,
Ghost.
it would have been a younger, 2 year younger than when he died, but we'll keep it the same.
Force Ghost don't age.
Force Ghost.
Not yet, anyways.
Right.
So that's where my shit is.
I like it. I like the Stormtrooper part and the life debt part.
Yeah.
Very much
Force
so.
Ghost, I don't know. I'll probably keep that out. But, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my movie.
Not bad. Not
Well,
bad.
see, I was.
Fuck you, Nate. I like it.
You guys, by the end of the podcast, title it. Give me a title.
Okay, it's called Qui-Gon Han.
Come on, man.
Qui-Gon.
I'll fucking title it.
It's called Star Wars.
But no, but see, but see,
It's called Solo. Just
Star Wars, you know you're coming to see it.
right, Star Wars. You know you want to see it.
It's just Solo. That's all it's called. Solo.
Solo.
Okay.
And for the L, it's gonna be the DL-44.
There you go.
But like I was telling Ralph, like you can have the story, and then toward the end, there'll be this scene where it'd be like kind of like present day,
Yeah.
and you could have the camera would be about waist level, so you don't see who the actors are, but it would obviously be Han and Leia. They're discussing Ben about whatever, and then the camera kind of pans kind of past them. They're arguing or whatever, and it goes into a room, and you see this kid in this room, and he's just kind of sitting there. He's just kind of looking, and all of a sudden you just hear this voice say, "Ben, I've been waiting for you."
And it's his
And then-
grandpa in the closet.
And then the kid just kind of looks up at the camera. Boom.
Yeah. That's
Awesome.
End credits.
I like it.
Because because you know he goes off to the academy and becomes Kylo Ren, and we all know the story there.
Right.
Ben.
But that's how you end that one, because then,
Then we pick up to episode 7.
Right.
yeah.
So whose voice would it be? Anakin's? Darth Vader's?
What, narrating?
Yeah. Or it says Ben. Whose voice would that be?
Well, I figured it'd be Snoke's.
Or Herbert from Family Guy?
Yeah, maybe. Yes.
got a popsicle for
Popsicle boy.
You should take your shirt off. It's really hot.
Take your shirt off, fat
Hey, fat boy.
Oh, I love you, friend.
You want to go or you want me to go?
Oh, yeah, go ahead and go.
Alright.
Shut the fuck up. Here I was like bitching to you about not having a title.
Right, what's
and
your title?
I don't have a title.
The
either.
Palpatine movie. I'll see it.
I'll
I
figure out.
ruined it already.
I'll figure out a title.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so mine is about the origin of Palpatine. The probably would be called Palpatine Rise to Power or something like that.
Or penis rise to power.
Same difference. Okay, so it's Palpatine, of course, and I thought I knew this right off the bat, and I went back and forth with a couple different. I'm gonna throw the actors out there first. I was like, I've said this on the podcast. I've been telling these guys for a while. I heard somewhere that Tom Hiddleston, somebody else, it was someone else's opinion. Tom Hiddleston would play a perfect young emperor, and I was like, oh my god, they're right. So I went kind of back and forth on a couple different actors today, and in the end, I was like, no, fucking Loki. Loki would be the best. Because you don't want to, you kind of, the way I thought is like, he's got to be kind of like a good-looking guy, kind of like throw you off a little bit, like, wow, Palpatine was actually a pretty good-looking guy. And, Hiddleston's got that charm like Palpatine had. Mm-hmm. I went back and forth kind of with James McAvoy, I thought might be cool, young Professor X.
Oh, from Gotham?
No, James McAvoy from like...
I think it's
Professor X from Days of Future Past. But then I was like, nah, fuck, it's gotta be Hiddleston. So Tom Hiddleston is Palpatine. Another key figure in the story, Plagueis the Wise. And of course that's Andy Serkis because he's going to be an alien, and Andy Serkis plays every alien in every movie that's CGI. Andy Serkis, the guy that played, he's doing Snoke.
Oh, yeah.
He did the ape from Planet of the Apes. He did Gollum. Was that how you say it?
Yeah, Gollum.
The precious, that guy. And the fucking droid from Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
C2, whatever.
K2SO.
K2SO, yes.
Yep.
Thank you. Palpatine's parents, which are not a huge part of the story, but kind of key figures. Jennifer Lawrence, damn you, Ralph.
Really?
Yeah, Jennifer,
awesome.
Young parents.
Maybe
Jennifer
they're
Lawrence.
related.
Huh?
Maybe they're related.
Right?
She's a whore.
Jennifer Lawrence is Palpatine's mother, and Michael Fassbender as his father. Did you pick Jennifer Lawrence too?
Yeah, I picked her for some.
Oh my god! We all want to put our dick in it so bad.
I didn't even think about that, but...
I didn't on a conscious
I just-
level.
I just-
Subconsciously, I think I probably
I
did.
just threw her name in there just because I didn't
I'm
know.
casting like a Hollywood caster would.
Yeah.
She's kind of hot. Come here, suck my dick, bitch. You got the part. That's how it really rolls in Hollywood.
So you'd have Mystique and Loki. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, you're right. And Michael Fassbender as the father.
Michael Fassbender? Magneto. Young Magneto.
Yeah.
Well, you got the whole X-Men crew,
Are you
bro.
right? I didn't even think about that. I swear, I chose him like out of a bunch of random names.
Wow.
Well, he's becoming
he's in a lot
a
of
sought-after actor,
Absolutely.
so I mean, it's...
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Wow, there is a weird X-Men connection there, and I was even.
Well, I'll put Hugh Jackman as young Han Solo. Young Han Solo, like baby Han Solo.
I think you already worked that into a podcast once. Logan and Han Solo, all the same. So yeah, his parents are Jennifer Lawrence and Michael Fassbender. I was a little hazy about this, but Nate, correct me if I'm wrong. There was a republic before the rise of Palpatine, right?
Yes.
I mean, there was Senate.
Yeah, there was the Galactic Republic. It's been going for a while.
I had written it into the story, and I really, guys, we really should have taken a little more time on this because it could have been probably better, but we're just winging it. I had kind of like, I thought, well, there's got to be a leader of the Republic, right? And when I go back to the prequels, I'm like, well, who is the leader? You and I were talking about this morning, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Was that dude from Naboo, was he the leader of the Republic? Remember the dude that had a really small part, and Palpatine basically took his spot?
Yeah, they rendered him
Yeah, they took
a vote of no confidence.
Right.
I think he was
the leader
the
of
chancellor.
Chancellor of the
I think he
Republic.
was the chancellor, and then they voted no confidence, and they're like, "Oh well, vote me in, and I can do this." So then he was voted chancellor, and then we all know how that ended.
Jar Jar. Enter Jar.
That's right.
That's right.
If it wasn't for Jar Jar, none of this shit would
Yeah,
happen.
that was George Lucas's "fuck you." You don't like this dude? Now you really don't like this dude. What an asshole
I mean,
move.
you know what? I'm glad Disney took over. George Lucas.
I love
sucked.
George.
No, Mickey Mouse could run a better fucking Star Wars franchise than George Lucas's fucking gay ass.
Hey.
Fuck you, George, and your Neverland Ranch.
Hey,
What?
Mickey Mouse killed Han. All right, remember that.
Fuck you, Mickey Mouse. Right.
You're right. Fuck you, Mouse.
Fuck you. George, fuck you too.
So
I'll take care of you.
I had a Republic Prime Minister, but Chancellor sounds a lot better.
Right.
So, Republic Chancellor will be played by Gary Oldman. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Bro, I don't
Come
watch
on, wearing the Batman shirt.
Oh.
There you go.
Commissioner fucking Gordon.
Commissioner.
I originally started out with John Hamm, because I'm a huge John Hamm.
I like John.
And he's actually, there's a little Batman connection to that, too, because he was this close to being the next Batman.
Before Affleck?
Yeah, he
Oh,
was.
that would've been so
he was.
better.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I just saw him recently in an interview, and he looks fucking badass. Like he looks like Batman.
Mhm.
He does. So I was like John Hamm, and then I thought about it. Like, no, Gary Oldman as the Chancellor, but he doesn't really play too big of a part in the story
Right.
either. I also had to throw Yoda in there as Yoda.
Yoda as Yoda.
Gotta have Yoda.
Yoda as a puppet.
Played by who? Who's the puppeteer?
Frank Oz. That's right. I know my shit. That's right.
Ooh. I was gonna say Jim Henson, but okay.
A zombie Jim Henson.
I'm back from the dead. For
Master Yoda, what do you say?
We all like
Brains.
Jim Henson. We all like Jim Henson, you know.
Alright, so here's my brief story. Ralph, you had a better story than I did, really. But I just.
No, mine was just thrown together in a hot car on lunch break.
In a hot minute.
In a hot minute.
So, Palpatine actually born. What was his name?
Shiv.
Shiv.
Shiv or Shiv. Shiv Palpatine.
Shiv Palpatine, born on the planet Naboo to a wealthy and powerful family. His father was a senator. And this is how he met Plagueis the Wise, who was often contacted and consulted by rich people of that time for his, think Old Testament Solomon. People traveled from thousands of miles to come see Plagueis the Wise, however you say that name, to have him foretell their future, because he could see visions. So, Palpatine's parents set off to do this. They meet Plagueis, and of course this is all legal. You can't know your future and all that shit.
Right.
Go to jail forever for this shit. And because they're politicians, of course they're crooked. His parents, and he lays his hands on them, whatever, sees their future, and sees a young, what is his name? Shiv. I can't remember that. Reminds me of Shmi
and Shiv hook up.
So young Palpatine murders his parents in the future when Plagueis is foretelling their future, and sees this, and sees glimpses of the Empire and his rise to power, and knows that this young man is going to become very powerful. He doesn't tell the parents about their forthcoming murder, and begins to take Palpatine under his wing and teach him about the Sith and the dark side. Palpatine is enamored by it because Palpatine, from day one, has seen his parents as weak. They have wealth and power, but just like most politicians, they don't really do anything with it. And he, as he grows older, constantly asking his parents, why don't we do this? Why don't you guys change this or change that? And they say, that's for the people to vote on, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And Palpatine's got it in his mind, like, there should be one man that's in power, one man that makes the rules for the people. So as he learns about the Sith, he sees their desire for power and consolidation of power, and this intrigues him. He goes on a quest to find Sith artifacts, for he believes as a young boy there's power in the artifact.
Wow.
Much like what is happening right now in The Force Awakens and Episode 8, Episode 9, that objects can hold powers of the Force.
Like the Holy Grail.
His mother had great disdain for him. He has 2 brothers and 2 sisters. He is the oldest, Palpatine. His mother, from an early age, took great disdain in Palpatine, saw their other children as more docile, more agreeable, and willing to accept authority, and never liked her own son for the fact that he could not accept authority. Palpatine grew up, saw his parents as weak, and eventually, in a fit of rage, murdered them just like Plagueis had said he would.
Good for him. Good for him.
This is where my story drops off.
Oh, that's okay, dude.
Because I didn't have enough time, but basically, Palpatine never has a love interest, and, I could have probably, with a little more time, had a woman in there somehow, and Palpatine pushes her away or whatever, kills her. Let's admit it, he's going to kill her eventually.
He saw love as a weakness?
Right.
Because his own mom couldn't love him.
Because his own mother could not love him. and that lack of love created a great power inside of him. So he sees love and affection for a woman as a great weakness. Never takes an interest ever again in a female.
So he's gay.
Gay Palpatine.
Hey,
I can't come out of the closet yet. But when I am the Emperor,
you know what I mean.
I will have a whole army of gay stormtroopers. That's the real story. He was gay and his parents hated him for it.
That's how it went, yeah.
Fuck you guys, just let me be me!
I'm going upstairs listening to Boy George records.
So that's my story, I'm sticking to it.
Not bad, I like it.
I really think a Palpatine story is something like, just like finding sympathy for like the most god-awful, unsympathetic character in the whole Star Wars galaxy. I think that could be very cool. The story.
Yeah, it could be.
And
That was good. I give it a 5.
fuck you. 5 out of 5, right? 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. 5 out of 10. Nah, I give it a 10.
You're awesome. You rock. You're my favorite weed poured up.
A 10 out of 100. That was good. I like that. Maybe Disney should get a hold of us so we could write scripts for these fuckers because they can't do shit.
I would even love to see that story more than the Obi-Wan movie.
Yeah.
A little more.
Yeah, I would. The darker ones seem to be more cooler.
I agree.
Yeah, they really don't have a lot of dark ones where it's just like, focusing more on the dark characters.
Right, and I think that's kind of where, personally, some of my disappointment with the prequels, again, I like the prequels, I'm not a prequel hater, but I do look at them and go, man, they missed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot they could have done, and I think kind of like my own disappointment is a little bit like, fuck yes, you get to see the dark story of Anakin Skywalker and like what the fuck happened to him. And really, they didn't show you much about that.
Nope.
There was like 2 tragic events in his life. Well, 3. Well, not having a father.
Who was that?
Not fuck
Anakin?
anybody up.
Yeah.
My kids will tell you that 20 years from now.
Well, Anakin was fine, and then Qui-Gon came in and kind of fucked it all up for him. Like, he would have been fine.
I think maybe, I've even thought about this before, I think maybe watching Qui-Gon die, because he kind of got close to Qui-Gon, or kind of almost like, he's like 8 years old or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it's 8 years, you're not thinking about, I don't have a dad. You're not thinking about that much.
No.
But probably after he got to know Qui-Gon and like bonded with him, he was probably thinking about his father a little bit, maybe for the first time. I remember thinking this years ago. And when Qui-Gon dies, that's probably when he starts feeling like, why don't I have a dad?
Yeah.
So
How come I
really,
don't celebrate Father's Day?
so really, that's the only shit we get is out of Anakin. Like the major plot points are, you know, not having a father and being a slave. I guess that was another thing that irked him, being a slave.
Yeah. Well, that would irk me a little bit.
It seems to bother people, I guess.
I don't know why. You're all free now. Keep fucking bitching. Anakin.
But yeah, the prequels kind of dropped the ball, man, because they didn't focus on Anakin and like the dark side and like what really brought him over to it. That's what I think. There's not been a real good spotlight on a dark side character. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's time for it, maybe.
Yeah, times have changed.
Right. The times they are changing. Steve, we're doing a podcast here.
What song? Were you singing,
Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
When the times I can do a little bit if I really try. Steve seems to mingle into every voice now. I catch myself doing other people and it sounds a little bit like Steve.
That's awesome.
And then Ralph said, "Hey Jeremy, hey!" Alright, you're up, Nate.
So,
Nate Dogg's story.
yeah, so I decided to go off the beaten path a little bit. My movie is going to be based on Darth Revan.
Yes! One of my favorite characters.
The title kind of took a little hint from Rogue One, so it's just going to be Revan, a Star Wars story.
Gotcha.
Simple enough. Basically, a little background on this is Revan was trained as a Jedi, became a Jedi Master, and then due to the Jedi Order's wanting to stay out of the Mandalorian Wars, him and Malik go out and fight the war. When the war is done, they come back and they are changed. The next time they arrive, they're Sith, so they're Darth Revan and Darth Malik. And this is based on the, I want to say 2003, 2004 video game Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Good game.
I think it was 2002, but that's just my guess.
2002?
I was playing it before I was a daddy, I know that.
Okay.
Dude,
It might be right.
2003 I was a daddy.
I was watching.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it might have been
Early
2002.
2003.
Some guy made a whole movie of that game on YouTube. And I was just watching the whole thing. I
It's
thought
like
it was
2
a real
hours
fucking
long.
movie. Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
a real movie. And I found out it was a video game. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get that. It's only for PC. But yeah.
What,
Are
the
you talking
game?
about the,
Yeah.
talking about the one
No,
that,
game's not only for PC.
Are you
Really?
talking about the one that was with the brothers? There's the two twin brothers.
Maybe.
Did you watch much of it?
Did I watch it like
There is
before
a
Ethan was
there is
born.
like a 2-hour long
Yeah.
Old Republic. It's animated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like CGI animation. Have you seen it?
No.
I'm almost certain we talked about the two brothers. One's wearing like white and the other one's wearing black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure
No. Wait, you're probably talking about Star Wars The Old Republic.
Yes.
Not Knights.
Not Knights of the
I'm
Old
thinking of
Republic.
the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because you said that, and I remember you sending me a video. It was like an expansion
Mm-hmm.
for the Old Republic, the MMO game
Okay.
for PC.
Yep.
Okay.
Dude, that game was fucking awesome.
I never played the Old Republic. I played Knights of the Old Republic.
Right.
I remember hearing about the Republic. That was the MMO that would just go on and on and on. You could develop your character, take over planets and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You ever play it?
No,
It sounded bad.
Yeah,
I didn't
it
have a
did.
computer at the time. Still don't. Anyways.
But you got a nice phone.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
You're like, yeah, great, yeah.
That boy got sit on me.
But the story goes is that they get into a big fleet battle, and the Jedi board Revan's ship, and they go to confront Revan on his ship. Malik, on the other hand, is in another ship commanding another set of ships. He sees this. He takes this opportunity to become the head honcho, so he orders his ships to open fire on Revan's capital ship.
Nice.
To kill him.
Yeah.
And of course, he epically fails. You know, Revan gets knocked out. He gets taken. He's captured by the Jedi, taken to Dantooine, to the Jedi enclave, to where his memory is erased of him being a Sith Lord. So when you wake up in the video game, you don't know who you are. So
Nice.
you go through this game as just this person who just happens to be on this ship. It's under attack, and you progress through the game. Then you realize that you are the Sith Lord Revan, and then you make the choice in the game whether you want to stay a Jedi or whether you want to go back to your dark path and continue to be a Sith Lord. So and they came out with 2 games. So that was the first game, and then the second game kind of touches on Revan a little bit, where he goes off and tries to figure something out. For my casting, and I kind of just threw this together. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to combine the 2 stories.
Yeah.
And I'm going to base it around the Starforge, which was a key component in the first one. The Starforge was a massive machine built by this ancient civilization. I think 30,000 years before the Battle of Yavin. So this is roughly about 5,000 years before the Republic came into existence. The Skyforge uses energy and material from planets, mixes it up with the Force to create basically an infinite fleet. Droids, ships, other war machines, just churns them out like crazy. So for Revan, I'm going to cast Tom Hardy.
What you talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about Tom Hardy.
Yeah, he played great Revan.
Yeah. So I looked online, tried to get some inspiration, and somebody said that he would make a Malik. He would actually go Malik. Somebody suggested because of the whole vein thing, because Malik had that face mask.
Yes, I need a mask to talk like this.
Of course.
But for Malik, I figured I'd go with Ralph Fiennes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say my last name.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
Congratulations, Wreck-It.
Ralph Fiennes?
Yeah, he was Voldemort in Harry Potter.
Oh, that dude's name's Ralph Fiennes?
Yeah.
Why is this such a surprise? A lot of cool people are named Ralph.
You're Ralph and my son's Phineas. Ralph Phineas. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I've got something to tell you. Phineas is my dad.
I don't know.
The
I'm keeping him anyways.
the female Jedi who captures Revan, I'm going with Kate Beckinsale.
Ooh, I know who she is.
Good pull.
Yeah.
She's alright.
Yeah, my
Got the best teeth in Hollywood.
yeah, my wife can't get enough of her in the underworld movies. Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah,
mate.
that's a whole nother podcast right there.
It might be accurate.
HK-47.
The Dirty Underworld with Nate Dogg.
Dirty underwear.
Dirty Underwear.
It was Stephen York.
Coming to a podcast near you.
Dude, that's awesome.
HK-47. That droid, that smart talking droid. I don't know if have you
From the
played the games?
video games.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going with Christopher Tabori, the guy who did the voice.
In the
game.
Ah.
Have him just do the voice.
So you don't have to see him anyway.
Right. He's an android, so
That's pretty smart.
So I figured I'd go there. Kreia, Darth Kreia, the woman that helps you.
Oh, yeah.
Fancy turns up to be a Sith Lord or whatever. I picked Helen Mirren.
Ooh. Okay.
Don't know who she is.
Let's see. You
British.
seen Red?
Okay, yep.
Her. Okay,
She's
yeah.
been in a lot of movies.
Yeah. She's been in a lot of movies, but she was in Red and Red 2.
Yep.
She was the sniper.
She's the older girl.
The
She's
older
a
girl.
gilf, dude. She's a gilf.
Yes.
Grandmother?
Yeah.
Granny.
Seriously, I saw her pictures. That was probably 10 years ago, a decade ago or
She ain't
something.
that bad looking.
I saw
now.
pictures of her like on vacation in a bathing suit, and I was like, "Holy fuck!"
I wonder if she'll
She's
send
got
you
a nice
$12
body for an old lady.
I wonder if she'll send you a $12 check for your birthday
Spell your name wrong.
in the mail.
My grandma could not fucking spell my name. It blew my mind, dude. Her last name was Kullabahuski, and I learned how to spell it, and the bitch couldn't spell my first name. Tear on me. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
Canderous Ordo. He's a Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
I picked Bryan Cranston.
I thought about Bryan Cranston as, for mine, I was going to use him. I thought about him as the Prime Minister, the Republican.
Prime Minister, that's right. T3M4. I have no idea.
I don't remember.
He's the droid that runs on like treads. He's got like a circle head.
I remember that droid. He's the little R2 unit or something?
He's not an R2 unit. He's a droid.
Is he dark side or?
No, he's light side.
He's like,
He's the R2 pretty much in this story. He's kind of
I probably, if I saw a
does all.
picture, I'd go,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Karth Onasi. He's what is he? I think he's a smuggler. I think that you meet on a ship. He's kind of a wisecracker, kind of.
Han Solo.
Harrison Ford?
Sorta. No, I didn't pick Harrison Ford. Ryan Gosling.
I threw around Ryan Gosling as I
Oh.
actually was considering him for Palpatine, too.
I was actually thinking of Ryan Gosling playing. Yeah.
Qui-Gon?
Qui-Gon.
Ryan Gosling is going on.
Ryan Gosling can go suck a dick.
Mission Veo, who is the
I remember.
Twi'lek
Yeah.
assassin
Mhm.
girl. That's Jennifer Lawrence. I picked her.
I can't believe we all picked Jennifer Lawrence.
Awesome. Jennifer Lawrence.
Hot piece of ass.
What can I say?
I like
Zalbar. I didn't write it down, but the guy who plays Chewie.
Oh, he just died too, didn't he?
I don't think he died though. I thought it was.
Is this Mandela effect?
No, I swear I don't think he died.
Really big dude.
I know he had health
Either him or the
problems.
guy that's replacing him. I would get to play Zalbar the Wookiee.
I know he had really bad health problems when he was making 7. They had to have a replacement.
But I think a replacement is taking over though.
Yeah, let me look this up.
Yeah, I don't
Look it up.
I don't think he's in the new Han Solo movie.
Either one
Which
to play
makes me think he
Zalbar.
died. It makes me think
He could have just been.
I think he did play in 7. I think part of it, and then
Richard Mayhew.
it
Richard.
sounds
Yeah,
right.
Sounds about right.
I don't know why that name just popped into my head. I don't even know who the fuck Richard. Dick Mayhew. You know what I'm talking about, right? Right. I've known that guy since I was in diapers. I mean, your kids was in diapers. Somebody had diapers on. I don't know. I got lots of weird memories. There's diapers everywhere.
Juhani.
Juhani. That's like a slander on 2 different ethnicities. like dot heads. Honey.
Well,
You did not call me honey. Only my wife calls me honey. I am not a Jew.
well, you'll love my casting in Gal Gadot.
Oh.
Don't you know?
He's got a heart on for Wonder Woman.
I knew you were gonna pick a Wonder Woman. I knew it.
Jolie Bindo,
Sounds
the
familiar.
black Jedi exile that you find in the forest of
No, I didn't beat the game.
Kashyyyk? No, Kashyyyk? Was it Kashyyyk?
Is this far into the
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
Anyway.
Yes, let me look that up real quick to see. I can't remember if he was in the first one or the second one. I think he's in the second one.
Oh, the guy's playing Chewbacca is called Jonas
Peter Mayhew.
Suantmo.
That's the new guy.
That's the new guy. What's his
Look up
name?
Peter Mayhew. Is he dead? That's his name.
Peter Mayhew.
Yeah, he was on Kashyyyk. And
Peter Venkman.
Peter Venkman. Oh, where was he? He was.
Mayhew?
Mm-hmm.
M-A or M-E?
Okay, so he's in the first one. So he's in the first game. You find him on Kashyyyk.
And he's a Jedi?
And he's a Jedi.
Okay.
I got Lawrence Fishburne.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah,
I figured that would be. It was either
Lawrence
that.
Fishburne was? An episode?
No.
Oh, Peter Mayhew.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
still
what?
alive.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he retired after 7.
Yeah.
And it's this new guy now that's going to be
Well,
carry
he
the
was
Wookiee
in
mantle.
episode 7, but he could only do a little bit. Like when Chewie was setting down, when he got shot in the arm.
So I thought he had like the same shit under the giant head.
Oh, gigantism.
Yeah.
Gigantor?
Whatever that disease is.
No, he's still alive.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
And they gave him the boot.
No, he had to get the boot because he was hurt.
Nobody retires from Star Wars,
Unless
dude.
you're 90 foot tall and
Nobody
you got a
says,
bad back.
I don't want to do the next one.
Whatever.
There's too much fucking money
Oh,
there.
of course, well,
Except-
it could be failing health.
I guess that's
Yeah.
not true. You couldn't get Natalie Portman back on board, probably.
Fuck her, dude.
Well, what would she come back as?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
You know, unless
I
they
heard-
do
I
a.
heard- I heard.
I
she
mean,
said-
you really can't do a Padme story because you kind of already got that.
Mhm. Yeah, we in a sense we got more Padme than we did Anakin. Really.
Unless it turns out in 3 she never really died. She didn't want the kids, so she faked her death, and then she went and hid on some planet.
Anyways.
I tried that when Mandy was having Ethan. Yeah, he's still alive. In 2003, Mayhew was crowned Emperor for life by the intergalactic crew of Chewbacca's.
Emperor for Lao. He's the Emperor Chewie.
Yeah.
Emperor Chewie.
And he was only hospitalized in 2013 for having double knee replacement.
See?
But he's still alive, man.
He could have done 8. Or the Han Solo movie.
How old is he?
He was born in 44.
He's getting up there.
73.
73. Yeah.
Maybe he's like Chewie with
Especially in that suit.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
a lot to carry. He's really
Yeah.
fucking hot.
But if you wanted to make, I've heard people complain that Chewie looked too young in 7. Have you ever heard that?
He doesn't age though. I thought they don't age, and
They don't
they
age?
lived to like.
Well, they got it.
Well, they do age because they have baby Wookiees.
Yeah, but they don't age.
They're called Ewoks.
Ewoks and Wookiees are connected.
Did you guys ever hear that? That the original script, it was in Kashyyyk, not Endor, and there were Wookiees.
Really?
And he changed it, and a lot of people were pissed because they thought it was a blatant ploy to get kids sell toys.
The Ewoks?
Yeah.
Fuck Ewoks, dude. I like fucking.
I'm not a Ewok hater. I know some people hate the Ewoks.
I don't hate
But
them.
if you're telling me, oh shit, we could have had Kashyyyk and the Wookiees instead,
dude,
fuck
you
yes.
imagine I mean, Kashyyyk is a jungle planet.
And I think that's why he went back and added Kashyyyk into Revenge of the Sith.
for that brief.
It was kind of like, whoops, I know I fucked that one up. So here's a little bit of Kashyyyk.
There's Kashyyyk. Shut the fuck up,
And you
guys.
get to see a few other Wookiees, and then boom, it's over.
I thought it was sad when that one Wookiee died.
I really thought the Wookiees would have put up a better fight than that.
It sounded,
We really don't get to see the full Wookiee
You see
might.
the beginning of like them getting shot.
and he sounded like
Maybe
Tarzan.
we'll see that in the Han Solo movie.
I'm surprised none of us motherfuckers chose Samuel L. Jackson or Mace Windu.
Well, I was just gonna say it was either Lawrence Fishburne or Samuel L. Jackson for Jolie Bindo.
That's what I was thinking.
But I figured
yeah.
Mace Windu and
Yeah, you can't throw him in.
That's what I was saying. It was either going to be Samuel L. Jackson or Jennifer Lawrence.
I'm just, Mace's probably got a pretty good story.
I was saying amazing.
Matter of fact, we were just, right before the podcast started, we were just watching some funny ass shit. Nate, where do you find it at?
Oh, YouTube.
On YouTube, it's Joe Pesci doing the voice of Darth Vader in A New Hope.
Yes,
It's
so
fucking golden.
yeah, Darth Pesci.
Darth Pesci, it's golden. Go check it out. It's awesome. And then there's also another one, Admiral Akbar, played by
The gunnery sergeant from Full Metal Jacket.
and that was pretty good too.
Sucker, go fall through a hose.
What were we talking about right before I said this?
Chewbacca.
The Mace Windu story. And
Oh,
Highway
yeah,
Harriet.
and then it just popped in my head, like, they should have Samuel L. Jackson do the voice of Darth Vader, right?
That'd be cool.
Throughout,
Oh, that would be pretty funny.
Listen, motherfucker! But the Pesci one is awesome, man. There's a point where he calls the duties, the force choke scene.
Right.
Fucking Jew!
Jew
You
motherfucker.
Jew motherfucker!
Don't ever cross me again, you Jew motherfucker.
Oh, it's hilarious. Check it out. It's funny stuff. Anyways.
Yeah, and then the last two I have Darth Sion. He's the one who gets mixed up with the what is it called? The mass field generator, and he's basically held together by the dark side, like his anger, and he's held together.
Is he the main bad guy of the story?
Well, him and the next one were actually part of the second one. They were the main bad guys of the second one.
Because I remember that character.
Right. I got Benedict Cumberbatch to play him.
Oh, I was gonna pick Doctor Strange for something, bro.
And then Darth Nihilus. Darth Nihilus is the one that eats force and
She looks
souls.
like the Scream
No.
a little bit, right? It's black, white face, Nihilus.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I see
Always
what you're
reminds
saying.
me of the Scream.
Oh, the Scream killer, yeah. Andy Serkis.
From the movies. Oh, Andy Serkis.
I got Andy Serkis to play him.
So it'd be a CG character or a mask?
A mask, bro. You gotta do a mask.
I think it's a mask, but he's like, I think he's, if I remember Dark Nihilus, he's like pure force energy, pretty much.
Okay.
And in order for him to exist, he has to, he does like force siphon or life siphon, or where he sucks the life out of people, planets, galaxies.
I wish I had that power.
Yeah, my
totally
boss
would.
does that. Yeah, I know all about that.
She sucks the soul out of people. She leaves our life, but she leaves us soulless.
You're taking my life force, quit it!
But I got the opening sequence for the movie.
Let's hear it.
I've got Star Wars, the logo, and it kind of goes off into the distance. And then you see black, but then you hear a voiceover that says, "Legend has it that there was a man that walked both paths." And you see a silhouette from the back, and he's looking away from the camera. He's like, one of the light, and then you see a blue lightsaber come out.
Nice.
And he's like, and one of the dark, and you see a red lightsaber come out on the other side. And he's like, and you see the camera kind of pan in a little close, and just as is right behind him, turns around and says, "This is his story."
And
then the two lightsabers come up.
It's Kevin Durant.
Took two paths. No, not Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Fuck you, KD.
God damn, I hope somebody takes their fucking ass down.
Yeah. Golden State Warriors can suck it. Just saying.
I don't know, man. I can't stand LeBron James, so it was kind of like, it was a lot like the election for me.
It's now, see,
This year's finals was a lot like the last presidential election.
You really didn't care who won.
I was like, really? These two? I don't want either one of these motherfuckers.
I didn't really care who won the election or who won the NBA finals.
speaking of the NBA now, it's now come down to LeBron is now the savior of the NBA now.
That's fucked up.
It is, because he's the only person in the East, unless, because they're talking about after this next season,
LeBron.
if he doesn't win a title or whatever, he might go out to LA.
I heard that.
My God.
Be a Laker.
Oh
he
my-
needs to stay on one fucking team.
If he puts a fucking Lakers uniform on, I will put a bullet in his head.
Everybody knows.
I'm just now getting over the fucking Lakers, and Kobe and Shaq and all that shit. I hated that in my 20s.
No, I love the Lakers.
Fuck the Lakers.
After Jordan left, you needed a replacement, and who else better than Kobe
Fuck
Bryant?
the Lakers.
It was
I
Kobe
hate the
Bryant that
Lakers.
took over, so I took over for.
I hate the Lakers more than I hate the fucking Yankees.
You hate the
That's
Yankees?
pretty bad.
I like the Yankees.
Oh,
It's
God!
the White Sox.
Blasphemy!
Bro, it's always been about the Yankees and the White
Fuck
Sox.
the Yankees.
The Yankees with Babe Ruth.
This
Mickey
is not...
Mantle, Roger Maris.
No, that's not
Derek
fair.
Jeter.
That's not fair. That happened in a different fucking
Derek Jeter.
reality, dude.
Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter's a piece of shit.
Fuck you.
What? Just because he fucking went to school in Michigan, we all gotta suck his dick?
You don't have to.
No, I don't.
You don't have to.
I was like, I got yours. That's okay.
Derek Jeter is
Fuck that dude.
fucking awesome, dude.
Dude, he was a good defense. He was never a hitter.
Well, he was never.
I don't know why that guy gets the accolades he gets. Seriously.
Because he's Derek Jeter. He's
What, did
New
he
York
ever hit-
Superman.
Did he ever hit 30 home runs in a year? Did he ever? Maybe once?
Maybe rookie year.
He was more of a contact hitter, not a power hitter.
Yeah, I mean, he'd move the runner along. I don't know why the fuck we're talking baseball.
I know.
Bear with us, people. I gotta get a couple things out since Ralph stirred the pot.
I thought it was Kevin Durant.
Golden Glove? Fuck yes. Would I want him on my team defensively? Fuck yes.
I don't want my
But in
team,
the
period.
AL where I don't have to have him hit, because he was a worthless fucking hitter. He wasn't a hitter.
No, he always got the.
Dude, he
base.
retired with like a 260 average or something.
That's not that bad.
Shut the fuck up, you're killing me over here.
It's not that bad.
I can't believe you're like, yay, Lakers. What? The Yankees, I love them too.
I do. I like the Yankees,
Okay.
the Lakers,
The Lakers.
Yankees, the Lakers,
The
Yankees,
Lakers.
the White Sox, and the Bulls.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. You kind of know your NBA, right?
Yeah.
You know your NBA,
I know
right?
my NBA like I know my left hand. So I'm giving myself,
So you don't.
So-
I'm giving myself a stranger.
Okay, so if you're you're putting together a super team from the East.
I'll take the East. He can have the West.
No, from the because so you're going. Let's say you're the grand master of the East.
I want to be the Grand Wizard.
You have control over all the teams. I was going to say Grand Wizards. You have all control. So
Yes, that was a Bozo reference.
Okay, so actually, scratch that. What team would you take over
Okay.
and mold that into a super team, taking every player from the East?
The Bulls.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take the Bulls.
Well, I think maybe we should exclude the Bulls.
Okay,
We're both
fine.
partial.
Exclude the Bulls. I'll take the Knicks.
Oh my God, you're killing me! The fucking Knicks!
What were you
You
going to
hate the
say?
Knicks?
What were you going
Oh
to say?
my
from the
God.
Eastern
He hates the
Conference?
Knicks.
I fucking... If you're a Bulls fan, you must hate the
Fine,
Knicks.
fine. I'm not a Knicks fan. I'll take the Pistons.
Oh my God, you're killing me!
What are you going to pick? The Celtics?
Here, let me put
Pick
another
the
ball in the
Celtics.
chamber. Here!
Pick the Celtics then.
I would choose the Celtics.
Yeah, you would
Okay.
pick the Celtics.
Celtics. All right.
I'll take the Knicks.
The Knicks. Okay.
Don't make me stand on this chair, motherfucker.
Okay, so-
Fine,
I will
fuck the
stand
Knicks.
on this chair
Fuck the
again.
Knicks. I'll go with
Brooklyn?
The Brooklyn. Thank you.
All
Brooklyn
right.
Nets.
I
Thank
don't
you.
mind the Nets.
Okay.
Of course, 'cause they don't even fucking have a team.
Oh well, they're gonna have a team because you're gonna put together one. Okay, we're gonna start from top, go to the bottom. Our five. Point guard.
Point guard
Ralph.
for Eastern only or Western?
I would say East because the West has a super team. So because what this scenario is that you're going to take the talent from the East
Try to put
onto
them
one
against
team
the Golden State.
against basically what
you
is in essence a Western Conference All-Star team.
So you can't take anybody from Golden State.
No, you can't take anybody
You gotta
because the end goal is that you're going to create a team in the East to take on
Golden State.
the Golden State team and be able to beat them in a 7-game series.
All right, I see that.
All right.
All right, I take Isaiah Thomas from the Boston
Fuck.
Celtics.
Fuck, I was seriously...
Isaiah Thomas from the Boston
I was
You
Celtics.
can have Boston. I'll take your team.
I was going to say, that's my point guard.
Okay, so that's the point guard. So you've got all the point guards in the East to choose
We
from.
also got Kyrie Irving.
No, Kyrie's a shooter. Kyrie is my shooter. Kyrie's captain of my team.
Oh, you're gay.
Fuck you. Kyrie Irving is the future of the
Okay,
NBA.
so that's your.
So is that your point guard?
He's a shooting guard, though, isn't he?
No, he's a point guard.
Is he a point guard?
Yeah, he's a point
LeBron
guard.
plays shooting guard. That's
LeBron plays wherever the
forward.
fuck he wants.
Yeah.
He plays fourth.
All right, that's
guard.
my point guard.
Okay. So, shooting guard.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler. Defensive player. Can stack up against KD.
Ooh, yeah. Now you go with your small forward, which is like the LeBrons and Carmelo.
No, because he's got to pick his small.
Westbrook?
He's got to pick his number 2.
No, Westbrook is Western.
See, Westbrook's in the West.
See, there ain't nobody in Eastern.
I know, man.
You
You're
picked
right.
Wade.
The East Conference is lacking.
I'd
Okay. Let's scratch that. Let's scratch that now.
Any player but from
Okay, so let's say it's an off season. All players except anybody that's on Golden State is on the table because they're gonna keep that team.
Can we pick 90s too?
No. Current.
All right, current. Okay.
Everybody's available. Western, Eastern, whatever. You got to put together a super team that's going to represent the East, though. That's the thing.
All right. From any East
From
or West?
East from either conference.
That's gonna be easy.
Because let's just say they're all free agents,
All right.
and you can get anyone. All right, so let's start over now.
The more I think about it, this is futile. Because I think Golden State's going to kick anybody's
What?
ass.
I don't know.
Westbrook.
So you're going to go Westbrook.
You're stealing my whole fucking team,
Right,
man.
I'll go back with Thomas.
Okay, so you're stay with Thomas.
I'll stay with Thomas. You can have Westbrook.
I want Westbrook for point guard.
Okay, so you're going to have Westbrook as your point guard. Okay, not bad. Okay, shooting guard.
I will go with. Oh, Kyrie. What the hell's his name?
No, I want Kyrie.
Kyrie Leonard.
You can
No,
have
not Kyrie Irving. What's his
No,
name?
you want Kawhi Leonard?
Kawhi Leonard.
Is he
Is
a
small?
2?
I don't. I think.
No, I think he's a small forward.
Okay, fine. Fuck him then. God, who the fuck would be a good shooting guard?
Oh, and in case you're wondering why we're talking about NBA, this will be the bullshit section of the podcast right now.
Just fast forward the next 20 minutes, approximately. If you're not interested in sports, forgive us. We're indulging ourselves. You're at shooting guard or point guard? Shooting guard. You can D-Wade.
I'll take Chris Paul. Chris Paul is a shooting guard, right?
Well, give me a second to
Chris
give
Paul is
you
shooting
the
guard.
definitive on Kawhi Leonard. Because before he went down, Kawhi Leonard was fucking the hell out of Golden State, dude.
He was killing Golden State. That was...
Okay, so he's a small forward.
Okay, good. Well, whatever then. I'll take shooting guard. Who did I just say?
You said forward.
Yeah, so we're on shooting guard right now.
Who did I just say, though? I was like, fuck that, I'll take this person. Who was that? Oh, Chris Paul.
Oh, Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. Okay.
He's shooting guard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think he's
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul's a point, though. I think he's a straight point.
Guard you can switch, really. Nowadays...
I mean, Dwayne
What's
Wade
a point guard anymore?
in Miami for a while when this was LeBron and Bosh, right?
Well, they had Mario.
I'm just saying point guards
Yeah,
don't
they
do
did.
it. Point guards don't do what they used to do. It's not all about, like, I'm bringing the ball to the
Well, they
court
had
and dishing
LeBron
it
James
out.
playing fucking point guard for a while.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, Pippen was a forward.
Yeah,
But Pippen played like a guard a lot of times. He was a forward that
He was
played
small
like a
forward,
guard.
yeah.
Right.
Really, they had like 3 guards: Jordan, Pippen, and B.J. Armstrong.
Right.
And John Paxson.
Yeah, if you're talking old
School 90s.
Right.
Fifth man, Steve Kerr.
Back when basketball actually was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, I'm going to take Chris Paul anyways.
All right, so you'll take Chris Paul.
I got Westbrook and Irving, Kyrie Irving.
So okay, so now we're at shooting guard now, or a small forward.
I'll go with LeBron James.
You're going with LeBron James.
You
LeBron
piece of
James.
shit,
Wow.
motherfucker! I wasn't even gonna touch him.
I need somebody.
I know we're trying to build the perfect team. I guess he's got to be on the team. You're right. I can't stand LeBron though.
Nobody does.
Small forward. Can I use
Help?
Can I use Alonzo Ball?
Lonzo Ball's not a small forward though.
He's a guard.
I think he's a guard. But he's not even in the league yet.
I was saying, can I? He's about to be.
He's going from UCLA, isn't he?
Yeah.
To the Lakers.
And he'll be in this draft. Fuck. Small forward. This is where the league gets weak.
No, they got some good small forward.
No. Hello. Small forward. Hasn't been taken yet. Possibly one of the best small forwards out there.
You talk about Dirk Nowitzki?
No.
Oh.
What?
I don't know. Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Vince Carter. He's a small forward.
I don't know. What am I missing?
Kawhi Leonard?
Kawhi
Oh,
Leonard.
shit, we were just talking.
Shit!
We were just talking
I was like,
about-
I'm waiting for you to say Kawhi.
Good call. Kawhi.
Because he took LeBron. I was like, oh shit, you're
You're right.
right. Kawhi.
And we were just talking about him, too.
All right, power forward now.
That's what I meant. When you start getting into big men.
I'll go with Dirk.
No. Who the fuck is there in big men anymore?
Well, you got DeMarcus Cousins that could play power forward. You got Draymond Green. He's fucking shooting guard for the.
What about Love? Is he a power forward?
Andrew Love? Or what's his other
Kevin.
name? Kevin Love.
Love?
Yeah, I believe he would be.
I kind of like that guy.
Take him, fucker.
Yeah, he's Kevin Love is one of them. Dirk Nowitzki, Derek Favors, Paul Millsap, LaMarcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin.
Oh, Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin's a monster when he's healthy.
I'm going to take Blake Griffin.
You take Blake Griffin.
Yeah. When he's healthy, you're right. He's a good player.
Hey, who did you?
You got Blake Griffin.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm wanting someone to match up to Blake Griffin. So, give me 1998 Kevin Garnett.
1998 Kevin Garnett.
No,
That's what. Seriously though, there's a lot of point to be made. Like and this is the point we're kind of making. The league is weak.
It really is. You've got. You know, back in the day.
Think about that, right? Back in the day,
you
Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, fucking. I mean, think of all the big guys.
They were spread all throughout the
Hakeem
league.
Olajuwon, fucking Hakeem Olajuwon won 2
Karl
championships.
Malone.
Nobody ever
Karl Malone.
talks about that.
Karl-
2 championships in a row. Karl Malone was a badass.
John Stockton,
Hated the fucker. but he
Dennis
was-
Rodman.
Clyde Drexler.
Clyde Drexler was he a guard? He was a guard, right?
Drexler
Or a small forward.
I-
He was a badass.
Yeah.
Sean Kemp back. in the
Sean
day.
Kemp, yeah, that's the one I was trying to think of, yeah.
Carter,
Or-
Vince Carter.
Right.
I mean, dude,
It's just
you
like-
you don't have those fucking
No, now it's
badass forwards that could, because nobody fucking drives anymore.
well not only that, it's all about the championships now. And if you don't get a championship within the first few years of the league, you start to panic and you're like, "Oh, I got to go somewhere,
Right.
you know, and team up with a bunch of other all-stars in order to get my championship," which is
Right.
basically what LeBron James did and what set this domino effect in motion to where KD went to Golden State. And this is where we're at now, where you get drafted to a team, and if you don't win a championship in the first few years, you're going to jump ship to a team that's already pre-built to win a championship, and you're going to ride somebody else's coattails.
And this goes back to the Yankees and the Lakers, and this is my point.
The Lakers- the Lakers-
I can't stand a team that fucking buys championships. I hate
The
that
Lakers
shit.
did not buy any championship. They
Because-
drafted Kobe, or they traded Kobe because he was drafted to Philly. Even on draft night,
Dude, they
got
paid
him.
their left nut for him to come out of high school. They paid a fortune for Kobe. And then what'd they do?
They
They
picked up Shaq.
paid all that money to Shaq.
But that's all they had, though. But
And
then
that-
after the Bulls won
And
the
then they
last
picked up
championship,
Rick
they picked
Fox.
up Phil Jackson for a coach. Then they picked up Ron Harper. Then they picked up...
Dude, that team was so badass.
Then they had Gary
I mean,
Payton and Karl Malone.
I know. Stop and think about who the fucking Lakers had. They were so deep. They should have won 5 championships.
Derek Fisher, that motherfucker.
Derek Fisher was a bitch. I hated that dude.
Dude, they should have won a
Derek
championship.
Fisher would come off the fucking bench and just sinking them left and right. You'd have a two hands in his face.
Dennis Rodman was on the Lakers the year after the Bulls. He was number
he?
73. He only played for like a couple games, and he showed up to practice without shoes on, and Bus kicked his ass out.
Now that's the only dude in the league, maybe in the history of basketball, that probably plays better without shoes on. I bet you that motherfucker's a badass with no shoes on.
Who'd you get for power forward?
That's where we stopped, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he said he picked Blake Griffin.
For power forward?
That would
power
be
forward.
That would be my
All right.
power. So I need a
I'll
small.
pick Paul George.
Should we pick Paul George? He can play power forward too. He can do dual. I think he
he
actually.
can.
I know some people. I know some players
I think
play
he's
both.
classified as a power forward.
What's the dude from San Antonio?
Aldridge.
Aldridge. Is he forward?
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
power
he's listed as
forward.
a power forward.
I need small forward.
Yeah, but nowadays there's really no 7-footers, or you know what I mean? There ain't no more Shaqs.
No.
There ain't no more fucking.
Everybody's 6'8" now. Everybody.
Nobody took Kristaps Porzingis. He's actually
Bazinga.
he's actually coming in on his own. Andre Drummond.
Oh yeah, from Detroit.
I mean, you can still get him at center, which is where we're at now. So
Yeah, I thought about that dude as a center because there's not much many centers.
Who are you getting for center? Oh, that's your pick.
Yeah, I got both my forwards, both my guards. I need a center.
yeah, you need a center.
Oh, fuck. That's where the league is really weak.
Well, there's a couple of big ones. I mean, big as in talented. And he plays for New Orleans.
Yes, he does. Anthony.
The unibrow.
I don't think I know him.
Anthony Davis.
Oh, okay.
He's like
does have a unibrow.
he's from Chicago. I think he's like 23 years old.
Yeah,
he's like
he was hot
he's
when
a
he came in.
fucking beast.
Isn't DeMarcus Cousins playing with him now?
Yeah, he got traded to the Pelicans. So you got the dynamic duo of Cousins and Davis.
Yeah, Davis.
All right, I'll take Davis.
You're taking Davis? I'll see your Davis, and I'll raise ya Paul Gasol.
Paul Gasol?
Yeah.
Really?
I'll take Paul Gasol.
Paul Gasol over Andre Drummond?
I kind of like Gasol too.
Yeah, I need a white guy on my team.
We need a white guy.
All right,
I still say my team won't beat the Warriors.
my team will beat it. I got Chris Paul, LeBron
Your
James,
team ain't beating the Warriors.
Paul
either.
George. All right,
I do want to say, man, because my boy says, you're fucking crazy. He doesn't say that, but basically that's what he's saying. I've said for the past, I don't know, several months now, Kyrie Irving is the future.
Now, Kevin Durant said compared him
I forgot about
to
Kevin
Allen
Durant.
Iverson.
Oh no, he's
As
the
soon
Warriors.
as he is a lot like Allen Iverson. I agree. He's a pure fucking scorer. The problem is with Kyrie right now, there's too many stars on his team. Kyrie needs to go to a team and have them build the team around him.
The one argument for Allen Iverson is that he took a team that had no stars on it to the NBA Finals.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they had Eric Snow, which was fucking nothing, really. Remember Eric Snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Eric Snow. They had what the hell? Is
There was that one play against the Lakers.
Step over?
Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, I remember.
Who's now the coach of the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Hit a shot on him, just stepped over his ass and looked at him.
Man.
Like, fuck you, bitch.
Talking shit.
Alright, we could do...
All day, bitch.
Alright, pick 5 guys from the 90s to take out the Warriors.
From the 90s?
Yeah, 5 guys, not just the Bulls. You gotta pick. And you gotta kind of match it up evenly. You can't just be like Michael Jordan guard Steph Curry. I mean...
So you can't pick the Bulls?
You can pick the Bulls.
You can pick... Yeah.
You can pick guys
Right.
out.
So-
Well, obviously Jordan
So basically, you're putting together your own dream team.
Yeah.
Alright, Jordan on LeBron.
Well, yeah, pick the guys from today and then yesterday.
Or how about top 5 guys from the 90s against
Top
the
5
Warriors?
today. Or top
Against
5
the
today
Warriors.
against
Okay,
the
we can do
Warriors.
that.
Okay, fine, Warriors.
Give me that. What's the lineup for the Warriors?
All right, so you got Steph Curry at the 1. You've got Klay Thompson at the 2. Kevin Durant at the 3. Draymond Green at the 4, I believe.
And who do they usually have?
And who do they have as a
young guy, right?
center?
Don't they have a young center?
Let me see.
You think I would know, my boy. This is how much I don't
And
listen.
then you had
This is how
Andre-
much I don't listen to you, Finn.
But then you also have Andre Iguodala as a 6th man too, so you can throw a 6th man in there considering Andre Iguodala is like a starter.
Yeah. I guess you could throw a 6. We could have a 6 man.
Yeah, there were 6 men in there.
Okay, so.
All right, so let's start with point guard. At the
Wow.
90s. Fuck, man.
Fuck you. I'm gonna put Pippen on Durant. Fuck you.
That'd be a
I
good
think
matchup.
Pippen would shut his ass down. I think Pippen did not get enough credit for defense. Pippen was a long-armed, lanky motherfucker.
Well, he was top 50 best
quick
defensive
hands.
player of the
Oh, he was a
NBA.
great defenseman. So I'm taking Jordan Pippen.
Well, no, you gotta pick your shooting guard or your small forward or your point guard first from the 90s.
All right, point guard from the 90s. I'm gonna go with my personal favorite, and you might not all agree with this. Jason Kidd.
Ooh, DeGar, Steph Curry.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, they're both small.
Yeah.
They're both quick hands.
All right. I said it before, and I'll say it again. DeGar Curry. I'm picking Allen Iverson.
Yeah, I think that just
AI.
I think that'd just be a score fest. I don't think either one of them will play defense.
They don't. Curry don't play defense, so Allen Iverson.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
I
kinda
mean,
like-
he's played a little defense. I mean,
They kind of X each other out. They're both offensive oriented.
Allen Iverson, I'll take, or John Stockton.
Yeah, but Stockton wasn't. I don't.
Stockton was a shooter. That's all.
Yeah,
he
he
was.
wasn't really-
And
he wasn't-
assist.
He was more of a he was a pure passer.
He wasn't really a defensive.
You also got Steve Nash. Remember Steve Nash?
Oh, I love Steve Nash. I'm also I got small forward is Pippen.
Your small forward is Pippen. Now you're on shooting guard.
I already picked Jordan.
No, your point guard. I'm sorry.
Then I picked Jason Kidd.
Okay, so now you're on shooting guard.
Jordan.
Fucker.
Jason Kidd. Jordan. Jason Kidd. Jordan. Forwards. I'm on power forward.
Yeah, you're on power forward.
Do I go with the air supremacy of Sean Kemp?
Ooh.
Shawan
Shawan.
Kemp?
Shawan.
Or do I go with... Wasn't Barkley forward?
Barkley was power forward, but so is Karl Malone. Water Malone and Karl Malone.
Man, the round mound of rebound. Give me Charles Barkley.
Oh shit, you're going with fucking okay.
This is basically the '97 All-Star team I'm putting together.
Or the
Pippen,
92.
Jordan, Barkley.
This is the 1992 fucking.
292. Yeah.
And now your center, which is pretty much whoever from the 90s.
This is not a no-brainer. I can't put him on my team. I hate that dude.
Who, Shaq?
Yeah, I hate Shaq.
They had some good.
Hakeem?
Hakeem Olajuwon. They had
Olajuwon's
Yao
great.
Ming. Fucking.
Yao Ming Yao Ming wasn't in the 90s.
Early 2000s.
I think he was really early 2000s.
They had Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, I can't stand him though.
They had. This is to take
There
down.
was a couple other good centers.
Who's their center for Golden State right now?
Oh, I was.
We never did figure that out.
Andrew Bogut got traded.
Yeah, Andrew Bogut ended up on the Cavs, played 5 minutes, and broke his leg, out for the season.
Wait a minute. What was Dirk Nowitzki?
He was a power forward.
He's
but-
I think he's strictly power
Yeah,
forward.
he can play whatever position though. But you got to remember, their talent from the '90s is their talent that they're playing against. So Dirk Nowitzki wasn't that hot.
Dirk Nowitzki was a badass, though, dude. Dead-eye Dirk. That motherfucker could hit a shot anywhere in the court.
I'm gonna go with my Space Jam lineup.
That's basically what this is turning into.
All right. You got your center and your sixth man.
Center and sixth man. Dirk might be my sixth man.
Dirk coming in off the
Yeah,
bench. That's
yeah.
actually not bad.
And center, I'm gonna go.
JaVale McGee.
I'm gonna go with Akeem. That's his name. It's that young guy.
Yeah, JaVale.
Always talking
And then-
What
about.
is it? What's his name?
JaVale McGee. And then they have Zaza Pachulia. Is there?
Vale McKee.
Yeah, Damian Jones. These are just they have like 3 centers or something, I guess. Whatever.
You know what? Fuck Allen Iverson. He's picking up fucking Jordan. I'm picking up Magic Johnson. Magic. Yeah, fuck Iverson. So point guard is gonna be Magic Johnson because he played point guard.
Right.
He was like 6'9" playing.
Yeah,
point
6'9" playing point guard.
Shooting guard.
Magic fucking Johnson.
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Dude, he basically died in the 90s.
No, he
He's
didn't.
more of an 80s point guard.
No, he came back. He was in
No.
the NBA Finals
Right.
with Jordan.
Yeah, and then the next year he got the HIV, and that
He
was
got
about it.
he got
He
the
was good
HIV.
from 90 to 91.
He got the
I
HIV.
guess that counts on a technicality.
All right, who was it?
All right, so okay, so okay, I'm gonna give you a list of shooting guards. Obviously, Michael Jordan, he's gone. Clyde Drexler, Reggie Miller,
Oh, Reggie.
Mitch Richmond, Joe Dumars,
I remember Mitch
Latrell Sprewell. Choke your ass out, unfortunately.
Fuck you, coach.
Chris Mullen,
Oh, Chris Mullen.
John
Black
Starks,
John Starks.
Dan Marley,
Starks.
Who?
Dan Marley,
Dan Marley. I think
Jeff Hornacek,
Nah.
Hershey Hawkins, Isaiah Ryder. Oh, it kind of gets thin for a little bit.
There's really nobody for shooting. That's probably why Jordan was so good, because their shooting guards sucked. Kobe came in the 90s, right? Wasn't he 99? No, yeah, because Jordan's last year was Kobe's first year.
Yeah, so he's late 90s.
So he's like 98. So I'm taking Kobe Bryant.
Taking a young Kobe Bryant
Young
Like an
Kobe
18-year-old Kobe.
Right out of the diapers.
and put him against the fucking Warriors.
He's be guarded against Klay Thompson.
I like that pick.
Well, who else would I pick then?
I would take Reggie over young Kobe any day.
Yeah, fucking Reggie.
Reggie
Like
Miller.
stole the ball and scored like 12 points in like 9 seconds or some
Trash
shit.
talking.
Remember Allen Houston for the Knicks? Number 20.
Allen Houston
I
was on the
remember
list.
him.
Yeah.
He was crazy. All right, fine. Reggie Miller it is over Kobe. Sorry, Kobe. But he's my sixth man, though.
All right, so Kobe. Okay, Kobe's not a bad six man.
I can see
Six
that.
man.
All right,
He's
so
got to learn his.
All right, so
Reggie Miller.
all right, so small forward. So you got Pippen, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Pippen's gone. So then that would leave Dominique Wilkins, Larry Bird, Grant Hill, Chris Mullen,
That was good.
Clyde Drexler, Glenn Rice, James Worthy, Detlef.
Rice, Michigan.
What was Vince Carter?
He was a small forward.
I thought he was a shooting.
He wasn't a guard because he wasn't really a great.
Detlef Shrimp,
I remember
Shit,
him.
I remember the white motherfucker from the Sonics.
slow ass motherfucker.
Right.
Jamal Mashburn, Robert Ory, Paul Pierce,
Jamal Mashburn from North Carolina. He
Yeah.
was good for a
He
little while.
played on the Wizards. with Jordan for a minute.
Glenn.
What am I thinking of? Stackhouse.
Jerry Stackhouse. That's who you're talking
That's another
about.
dude
think
from the
Stackhouse.
90s, right?
I think so. Yeah, Glenn
I
Robinson,
love Jerry Stackhouse.
Sean Elliott, Tony Kukoc.
Tony Kukoc!
Yeah, Garden KD.
No. Byron
You need
Russell.
somebody that can.
Boy,
lead.
yeah, you're gonna need somebody in like the top. So who the
Vince Carter
Let's
or
go to
Tracy
Fuck.
McGrady?
Tracy McGrady was always lazy though.
Yeah, he got lazy.
I'm sorry, but I think Durant would burn Bird, dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You need a
God, who would be a
specialist.
defensive? Drexler? I don't think he was really
No, Clyde Drexler wasn't that good.
defensive.
I was gonna say Magic Johnson would be able to play any position, so you put him at the small forward, and then you can move. So,
Paul Pierce? Paul Pierce might actually.
But he was slow though.
But this is 90s.
yeah,
This is 90s. Paul Pierce.
you also got Ray Allen for a shooting guard too. Remember Ray
Ooh,
Allen?
90s Ray
Ray
Allen too.
Allen. I always liked.
Or
Ray
for
Allen.
the Sonics, that's who he played for. Was the
Yeah, it was the
Dude, it
Sonics.
blows my mind that the Sonics don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
But the Bucks do. What the fuck?
I know.
The Bucks? Has the Bucks made the playoffs in 25
I
years?
don't think the Bucks even have jerseys.
I asked
I think
my
they
kid,
actually.
I
I
was
think
like-
I think they did.
I
Past
was
couple
like,
years they
does
have.
Milwaukee still have a team? And he's like, the Bucks? I'm
Get-
like,
well,
they do?
They've got the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Greek freak.
I don't
We
know.
had MJ, Airness, your greatness, whatever, and
The
they got the Greek freak.
That was just a team back in the day that I thought, back in the day they could have
Yeah, the
disappeared
Milwaukee
and nobody
Bucks.
would have missed them. I can't, that blew my mind. Like, the fucking Supersonics are gone, but the Milwaukee Bucks still exist.
All right,
Who's going to a Bucks game?
Vince
Seriously.
Carter is going up against KD.
That's what I would choose
Vince
defensively.
Carter.
Yeah, he's fast.
I still think KD would take him.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know, NBA slam dunk.
I took all the defensive guys because really, I would put Barkley in that position.
You got the slam dunk champ guarding KD.
Of course, Barkley might not have been fast enough for KD.
You put Dominique Wilkins in there too.
Yeah, but by like the late '90s, he was washed up. I mean, early '90s, Dominique.
Well, I mean, this is 90s, so
Any
any 90s
Okay.
any version of the 90s you want, you can.
I'm taking 91 Jordan. You could have 95 Jordan.
All right, we should wrap this up soon.
No,
right,
we are way
I got
off.
a power forward.
Right, well, we're going to finish this
Yeah,
up.
we're not gonna fucking screw.
No,
you got your
All right, so
dream
power.
team.
Okay, so who'd you have for power forward?
He had Barkley. Dude.
He had Barkley. Okay, so wow. So Karl Malone, Sean Kemp,
Hang on,
Kevin Garnett.
I got KD.
Oh, good call.
Kevin Garnett on.
I would almost put
over Kevin Garnett or Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis.
I would
Rodman.
almost.
Dennis Rodman was sloppy.
Dude, no! Are you kidding me? Dennis Rodman against Draymond Green?
He was a good D.
Oh yeah, for the one.
Draymond Green, though.
Where's Dennis?
That would be a
Rodman?
Captain Unstable.
That would be a great match.
Yeah.
Rodman would get in his fucking head.
We're getting the worm.
Wait a minute, you got Reggie Miller and Rodman on your team? You guys are the fuck with your head team.
Yeah, we are. Remember when he was fucking.
Put John
Spike
Starks
Lee?
on there too.
Spike Lee.
Starks.
We're like,
And
bitches!
they put Latrell Sprewell to choke.
The gangsters of the 90s.
Right. Who was your center?
Who else? Larry
You never said
Johnson.
your center.
Dude, Tim Duncan.
I said Akeem.
Oh yeah.
Tim Duncan.
David Robinson. I'm changing mine to David Robinson.
Fuck you! I had it in the back of my head the whole time. I
Did
said,
you? Yeah, you know
you
Robinson.
Rasheed Wallace.
Duncan was actually a
Rasheed.
forward.
Duncan was a power forward.
Yeah.
David Robinson.
Take Robinson. You need a center.
Charles Oakley.
Fuck, how did I miss David? That list didn't have David Robinson
you
on
can
it?
take David Robinson. Take David. Robinson.
Oh my god.
What?
I'll take Sean Bradley.
No, he's not even listed.
That's a faulty list. What's the title of the list?
This
Faulty
is
list.
best power forwards of the 1990s.
Oh, well, Robinson's the center.
He was a center. Oh, I hadn't even gotten the center yet.
Oh.
I was still
that
scrolling
motherfucker
through.
is not on that list. David Robinson was one of the best.
Oh, see, Magic Johnson is listed as in this list as power forward at number 30.
See, he could play
So-
any position really, but I always remembered him as as a point guard.
I think he came into the league as a point guard.
I think he did come in as a point guard, but I think with his size and everything, he could have.
I think as he got slower, they moved him to forward.
All right, so who'd you have at center?
You don't want David Robinson?
No, take
I think
David
you
Robinson.
need David
No,
Robinson.
take David Robinson. I got somebody else.
All right, see.
I'm telling you, David
David
team's
Robinson.
stacked.
Take David Robinson.
Yeah,
All right, so then that leaves Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal,
Mr.
Patrick
Robinson.
Ewing,
And no,
Alonzo
Kareem
Mourning.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, he was washed up in the 90s.
No, he was. He won.
He's not on this list.
But he
Fuck
was
you
just-
and your Lakers.
Fuck me, you got the whole goddamn Bulls, dude. I need something.
Really? No, the kick named Mutombo.
Dikembe,
Tim Duncan. 90s Tim
Come on,
Duncan.
you need Tim Duncan.
Fine, Tim Duncan for center.
Of course, it is a crime over Shaquille O'Neal
Someone's
though.
taking a fart when he talks.
Ben Wallace, Manute Bol, Gerald Dawkins.
They pulled him right out of the fucking safari.
Hey, get that tall one!
Look at he's wrestling a lion. Dart him.
Right.
We're taking him to the NBA.
Am I sixth man?
That motherfucker's like 10 feet tall.
Are you gonna stick with Kobe as your sixth man, or are you
No,
gonna
I'm
change
gonna
it?
go with Tracy McGrady.
T-Mac.
Yeah.
It's going with T-Mac.
Remember Steve Francis?
No.
He played for the Rockets. Now he's like a crackhead.
Nice.
Remember Bobby Sura?
Yeah. He had to be white, right?
Yeah.
Anybody named Bobby's white.
Point guard for... I don't know who the fuck he played for, but he played for Florida State. Kicked ass in college.
Alright, so you got Curry against Jason Kidd.
That'd be interesting.
Clay
I think
Thompson
that's a good matchup.
against Jordan. I mean, anybody against Jordan.
Yeah. Fucking no matchup.
Who against Jordan?
Clay Thompson.
Oh, fuck that. Clay Thompson should just pick up his jockstrap and go home.
Right.
You got KD versus Pippen. That would be a good match.
That really would be a good match.
Draymond Green versus Barkley. They're going to get in each other's heads like crazy.
I think that'd be a good matchup.
I think because Barkley's big.
Yeah.
And mouthy.
Yeah, and so he can mess up Draymond.
Yeah, David Robinson going... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, David Robinson going up against... Who was their...
JaVale McGee.
Okay.
Robinson
day.
would own
All
his dick.
day.
Own that shit, dude.
I wouldn't even need Jordan. I'd throw the ball down low all day.
All day, motherfucker.
And then for a sixth man, you got Dirk Nowitzki going up against
I
Andre.
fucking love... Bring on anybody.
Oh my god, dude.
Seriously, that's the dream.
I didn't
team.
want to say my team.
I know. I feel bad for going first because I took off.
But still,
You took
you're-
like my first picks were Jordan and Pippen. They're a team. They got to stick together.
No, but okay. So your matchups.
I got Curry versus Magic.
Magic's got the size advantage over Curry though.
I would take.
He's
Magic
got those
over,
long arms, so Curry tries to jack it up.
I would take Magic over Curry.
And he can shoot threes if he wants to.
These fucking millennials are like, what?
Yeah, all right.
Curry's the man.
I got Reggie Miller up against Klay Thompson.
That really would be good. Two sharpshooters.
Yeah, fuck you, Klay. Vince Carter against KD.
Vinny Carter.
You got a good lineup so far.
The Worm against Green.
Now see, you can mix match that too, because if Carter's getting beaten by Durant, put Rodman on his ass.
Yep.
And Rodman just get in his fucking head. Yeah, you want to get past me? Yeah, I'm gonna hit you in the nuts, you fucker.
Of course, Tim Duncan against.
Oh, Duncan all fucking day again.
Donald
McGee. Dude, Duncan against anybody. Any center they got.
Yeah.
And T-Mac versus Andre.
And Tracy McGrady. Oh my god, dude.
See, I like your team too, man.
I got like the early 90s or late 90s.
So it just goes to show you they're not unstoppable. But
we could bring a whole decade and look
right. If we could just have the 90s back.
Just get a time machine. Yep.
Everything comes down to a fucking time machine.
Larry Johnson and Kevin.
Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson and
UNLV running Rebels, baby.
Draymond Green.
That's right.
I haven't thought about Larry Johnson in 20 years.
The LJ. He was at the Lake for the Knicks for a while. He was mostly known for his Charlotte Hornets.
That's right.
That's right, Charlotte Hornets.
That's right. And Curry's dad.
That's right.
Yeah. Curry's dad played for the Raptors with Vince Carter.
But I think he started out with Charlotte.
I think he did start out with Charlotte. Yeah.
But he retired with Vince Carter.
I think he was one of the Raptors. He might have been on the first team.
That's right.
Charlotte, when they first came into the league.
That was an expansion team.
Yeah.
And then, Charlotte and Timberwolves were the two expansion teams?
No, the Heat.
Was it the Heat?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was the Timberwolves in the 90s, because that's when they got rid of,
or did the Heat come in with the Magic?
I think the Heat came in with the Magic.
Charlotte came. There was two teams both times. Charlotte and somebody, and the Magic and somebody.
I know. I think the last expansion they had was the Toronto Raptors and the Vancouver Grizzlies.
Oh, that was
And then Vancouver moved to Memphis.
You're right.
And so now the Grizzlies moved to Memphis and became the Memphis
Grizzlies. Now it's just gotten confusing.
You
know what? Off the subject for a second. There was this guy telling me at work. A driver was telling me that the Raiders are in Vegas now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're moving to Vegas next year.
Are you shitting me?
Yep. NHL's getting it. No, next season. So this season is going to be their last one.
Oh.
In Oakland.
The Rams moved to L.A.
Yeah.
And the Rams moved to L.A. NHL's getting
the Chargers moved to L.A.
That's right.
The Rams and Chargers?
Yeah, bro. They got two teams down in L.A.
The Chargers.
No, Chargers are moving from San Diego to L.A. So they're going to be the L.A. Chargers, the L.A. Rams.
That's fucking gay.
They went from no teams for like 20 years to two.
Right, now everybody's fighting over L.A. And NHL is getting a team in Vegas now.
One of those teams won't last in LA.
No,
I guarantee.
Well, I don't know. Look at basketball. They got like fucking 3 different teams.
They've got 2 teams in
They've got
baseball, 2 teams in New York baseball.
There ain't no baseball.
They got 3 teams in California, 2 in LA, and obviously fucking Golden State.
No, they got Sacramento.
They have Oakland. Oh, Sacramento.
Yeah.
4 teams.
Chris Webber. Is he in the 90s?
Oh,
yeah, Chris Webber's in the 90s.
Him and Vlade Divac with Jason Williams. Remember Jason Williams?
Yeah.
That crazy dude with the white kid.
Dude, I'm a Webber fan.
Peja Stojakovic.
I used to watch Webber high school games.
Remember Stojakovic, dude? The fucking Serbian dude that could shoot threes with his eyes closed. He fucked over Golden State.
I'm a big fan of Chris Webber. He ought to be on that list somewhere.
He could be the 7th man.
He's my 9th guy.
The 7th man. 7th, 8th.
Anyways, fuck the NBA is the point of all that.
Yeah, dude.
I think this would be I think we could expand upon this actually in our next episode. Actually,
I'm up for it.
Yeah. Talk about the state of the NBA and all that shit.
And if you bitches don't like it, leave a comment.
See, that's even...
Seriously, guys, if there's something you guys want us to talk about, we've thrown around ideas about like other podcasts that spin-off podcasts, conspiracy theories, ideas. I'm still thinking about that. I got plenty of ideas. So we've kind of been kicking around ideas for different subjects. If there's something you guys want us to touch upon, leave a comment. Facebook, YouTube, even on the website at... One of you motherfuckers has to know it.
Nerd Eye Council.
Nerd Eye Council.
It's actually Nerd-I Council. I Council being
hyphen,
one word.
Nerd-I.
I Council, one word.
Okay.
Weebly.
.com. There's 2 dots. I know that.
Right.
It's .weebly.
It's on a T-shirt. Just buy a T-shirt.
We got shirts, guys, but I can't order them until I know we got enough. So if you guys are interested, you got to come to the website that we can't even tell you the name to.
Just leave a comment on Facebook.
Leave a comment and we'll direct you to the website. I'm pretty sure it's nerd-I council at Weebly. No, at. Fuck. No, it's
I don't know,
not.
bro.
What
I'll
is
get
it?
the info. I'll get the
Where's
info.
this jag off?
Yeah. It's we're still working on the website.
It's always bet on black in the NBA.
Well, leave a comment, guys. If there's something you want us to touch upon, we are all for comments and opening up new doors to new subjects.
Yeah.
And what else are we going to talk about, fellas?
I think that's pretty much good, man.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
I got nothing much. Well, we're
I can bitch about how Indianapolis don't have a baseball team, a major league baseball team.
I could go back into fuck you and your Yankees and Lakers.
Fuck that, dude. The Lakers, dude, think about it. Who else took on the Bulls hardcore?
They both bought championships.
Karl Malone and
They
John
took
Stockton.
our fucking coach, bro.
They took my point guard, Ron Harper.
I know, exactly. I hate the fucking Lakers.
I just picked the Lakers because who else was I going to go for in the 90s that could actually win a championship besides the Lakers? Or early 2000s?
You could have did what I did and just stopped watching basketball.
No, that's not in my nature, dude. I even went for the Timberwolves.
I watched
for a minute.
basketball and I shook my head like Jeff Wrights. No, Jordan. Fuck these guys.
Remember Antoine Walker and Paul Pierce for Boston?
I kind of like Boston for... I'll tell you what. When Boston was playing the Lakers a lot in the finals, I was all about Boston. And Walker and who was the other dude? I guess that was early 2000s.
That was
so.
Paul Pierce and
That
Antoine
really
Walker.
wasn't. That wasn't. Of course, we're talking about early 2000 Lakers.
Boston
Paul Pierce,
also paid for
Paul
a lot
Pierce.
of players. So they picked up Shaq, Kevin Garnett.
I'm not
Ray
talking
Allen.
about. Once
They won
had,
3 championships in a row, didn't they?
No.
3?
I think they were in the finals maybe 3 years in a row.
I thought they won 3 in a row.
I only remember them winning 2.
And they lost to Miami or something.
They lost to the
Eastern
Lakers
Conference.
one year. They beat the Lakers the next year. They lost to Miami. So they were there a few times, but I think they only
That's
won.
the same thing as the Cavaliers and the Golden State, dude. They paid for all these dudes to come there. They even paid for Shaq and Rasheed Wallace.
You know, you're right. We shouldn't totally lose our nuts yet because he's right. The beginning of the 2000s, it was Celtics-Lakers for the first 3 or 4 years. Kind of.
Well, those New York Knicks
But
in
see,
99.
the problem is you still had other teams that had a shot.
Right.
You had
It was, the
Magic.
The Lakers weren't a 97% favorite to win a fucking title at the beginning of the season. Neither were the Celtics. It was still pretty much a level playing field.
Yeah, I think the playoffs said a lot about.
In the early
the
2000s,
NBA.
you never knew who was going to win because Jordan just left in 98.
Yeah, but the Lakers were pretty dominant back then.
Yeah, but then Jordan came back in 2003, so everyone was like, the Wizards are going to win a championship, but, that's not how that went.
No, but by the time he came back, he was old, fat Jordan.
Well, he also didn't have any help. Who do you have? Rip Hamilton and Tyronn Lue?
Rip Hamilton.
And then Jerry Stackhouse. I mean, they're
I
really...
heard he's driving the Zamboni for the Boston Bruins now. Rip Hamilton.
Is he?
I don't know. I just made that.
You just throw it out there.
He made his own drink called the Rip It.
Rip it. Rip it energy drink.
Still making money, bitches. See, there was a couple of things I thought, and this week I might touch upon. It was Star Wars related. Oh, did you guys hear that they've been putting out information about their video game coming?
Oh,
Battlefront 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is it called Battlefront 2?
Yeah, Battlefront, because they released Battlefront 1.
But they're already
Or,
working Battlefront.
No, I mean, Star Wars Battlefront, that was it.
That came out.
That was the
7
first
years
one.
ago.
Right, but I'm talking about...
This new generation one.
But
not-
are they calling it the same?
yeah, Star Wars Battlefront.
Part 2.
I don't know.
Yeah, they had a Battlefront 2.
Yeah, they had
They had 3 of them
Did they
in,
have
in like
They had
10
3
years.
of
they had 3. Right.
Yeah.
10 years ago,
The
though.
second one was badass. Awesome. I don't know if I ever played the third one. The old one. I just think they should name it something a little different.
Yeah,
They should call it
Exact-
the Return of the Battlefront.
I don't know.
Return to the Battlefront.
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Battlefront.
Revenge of the Jedi.
but
The last Battlefront.
the second
The Battlefront Awakens.
the Battlefront. But they are So the second one's coming out.
Okay, so I'd heard.
A new
So
Battlefront.
there's been some images they've released. Maybe even a trailer. I don't know. I haven't seen the trailer. But I saw this article that said that Rey has a blue lightsaber in the game, and it's not the Anakin one.
Really?
Yeah.
You always go with the video games, too. They give you spoilers.
There are. Yeah, that's because they don't think about it too much. Or the video game people are not in touch with the movie people quite close enough.
So extrapolating this, maybe she takes out the kyber crystal from Anakin's, creates her own, and puts the kyber crystal in that one, and then makes her own.
Could be. Carries on the blue crystal.
Right.
Or maybe Maz Katana sold her one out of her van
Down by the river.
down by the river. I see it in your eyes.
Yeah, that's all I got for now.
That's all.
I'm searching. Next week, we're going to go see Transformers, whether you like it or not. We're going.
I don't want to.
And we will tell you whether it's a good movie or whether Michael Bay needs to stop fucking making Transformers movies
It's got
because
Mark
it's enough.
Wahlberg in it. It's gonna be good.
I think even if it's good, we could probably still say
Probably
it.
still say that enough is enough, Michael.
Yeah, it's enough. Somebody, honestly,
You and your prehensile penis.
it's a franchise. It's a franchise. I think that is dying for a reboot, a rebirth. I think you give that to somebody with some talent, and I think that's golden. That's money.
Speaking of,
I would say we'll talk about that next week. But
Yeah.
I'll just throw that out there. Ryan Johnson,
Loving it.
Transformers
Loving that
franchise.
idea. Love that idea.
Yeah. So we can think of some.
After we talk about how shitty the movie is, we'll talk about what they should do to fix Transformers after we see it.
I did
Right.
read an article last week about Dan Aykroyd hating on the Ghostbusters movie.
I actually wanted to get to that this week,
saying that the girls will never be Ghostbusters again, and he wants to do an all-male cast from now on.
that's not what I heard actually.
Yeah, well, I heard something like that. What'd you hear?
I guess Dan Aykroyd was throwing a bunch of shade at Paul Feig.
That's what it was, Paul Feig.
It was saying that Paul Feig went.
Feige?
No, it's Feig.
Who is he?
F-E-I-G.
Who is he?
He's the one.
He's the director who did the atrocity known as Ghostbusters Answer the Call. It was so bad they had to give it a little subtitle on
Which
it.
is made it worse. How did that make it better? Answer the call.
I think they did that because people were getting mixed up. They say Ghostbusters, and they said, "Oh wait, this Ghostbusters or the old Ghostbusters?"
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's a shitty
so basically, he said, Aykroyd said that Paul
It's
Feig,
like Transformers: Dark Side of the Moon, but not Pink Floyd. All right, go ahead.
not to be confused with Pink Floyd, went above him and Ivan Reitman and kind of pitched his own ideas. Didn't take any
Isn't Ivan Reitman dead
critiques.
now?
No, he's still alive.
Oh.
And didn't take any of his critiques and just spent money, and they had a big budget movie. It didn't make all the money back because
They spent more money
they
than
lost
they
their
made.
asses.
and of course Paul Feig was saying, "Oh well, it was basically it was everybody else's fault except for mine."
Yeah.
And Dan Aykroyd's like, "That's complete bullshit. We tried to help you. You went above us." And he said, well, he's not going to be something along the lines of he's not going to be allowed on the movie lot anytime soon.
Yeah. I thought it was something about the girls, too, that he wasn't going to let the girls be in the movie.
Well, I don't know about that. I guess Ivan Reitman did say that he wants. It was him and Ernie Hudson who did an interview, and Ivan Reitman said that he wants to do. I guess maybe a sequel himself, but he wants to bring the old cast and the new cast together in one movie and have a joint movie. So
Winston wants to direct it?
no, I think I don't know if Ivan Reitman said he wanted to direct it, but he wants that to happen. I think he's working on it.
How are they going to do that when Dan Aykroyd was a taxi driver in Ghostbusters, Answer the Call, and Ernie Hudson was the black girl's uncle?
Well, they could write it off.
They could just write it off.
Like, well, that was them under...
It's like, remember that movie that almost happened?
Or something. Like, well, that's what they do to keep...
Let's see, but Bill Murray died, unfortunately, so it's kind of hard to... Unless
I have not seen the movie, nor will I.
Bill Murray doesn't want to be in the movie anymore.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I mean, unless Ivan Reitman comes to him and say, you know what, I'm writing this, I'm going to direct it, I want you on board. The only thing they're going to have to do is explain why there's no Egon. So maybe he dies in like some explosion or something, some experiment he's doing, and he dies in it or something.
He's teaching a class somewhere.
He teaches a class somewhere. He's retired or something.
Right. Or that ectoplasma was really sperm from,
Did you guys ever hear Bill Murray actually has his own fucking town? Like, he moved to this place in California and started, like...
It just built a town.
And, like, started opening up his own businesses and putting his friends in charge of it. Dude, is that not the coolest fucking town in America?
That would be
Would
the
you
coolest
not
town.
want to go to Bill Murray's town? Oh, I'm sure. I know there's a bar.
Peter Venkman's...
That was the Peter Venkman's Vapor.
Vape.
Peter Venkman's Vape.
The first thing he opened was a bar, and he put one of his best friends in charge of it, and then he started buying more property. And
Damn.
Yeah, take me. I want to go to Bill Murray's fucking town.
That'd be awesome.
He's got like people from his movies.
That would be kick-ass.
Dr. Holland's Opus. Mr. Holland's Opus.
Again, I reiterate the idea that some golden franchises need to be left alone. That's just my personal opinion. Don't make another Back to the Future movie. Do not. Don't.
Well, they're going to do a Melissa McCarthy.
And don't, for God's sakes, unless Spielberg is directing it, don't make another Indiana Jones. Don't.
They are making it.
I know. And like I said, we talked about this briefly one time on the podcast. Unless Steven Spielberg's like, fuck it, I'll do it. Don't do it. Dude, he's old.
I would be down for another Back to the Future if...
Oh, Nate, you don't know what you're talking about.
No. If Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox were in it.
Michael J. Fox can't even drive. Who's shaking the fucking time?
Marty, stay on the road, Marty.
I gotta get 88 miles. You've been doing it for a half hour, Marty. Keep hitting fucking trees.
Marty's doing circles in the Walmart parking lot, 15 miles an hour.
Trying to do 88 miles an hour. Dude, they ain't gonna fuck. I mean, Christopher Lloyd could do it.
They could.
That's why I don't think, honestly, the Michael J. Fox factor, God bless him, I don't mean this in any warped way, but thank God that happened to Michael J. Fox, because I think they're like, oh fuck, people will go crazy if we touch that franchise. Mm-hmm. I think really that's.
I don't know if a movie is done right. I think the people would embrace it.
Sometimes, man.
Unless Paul Feig gets a hold of the franchise and goes above everybody else.
Now, see, Ghostbusters, I almost could see it because 2 wasn't really that good.
I like 2.
2 was okay, but I mean, there was room to make the trilogy better. You know what I mean? And I don't know whose idea. Again, I'm gonna get labeled here really easy.
I don't know whose idea it was for the women.
I don't know, seriously, because when I first heard about this years ago, fuck yes, bring me back you could even bring back the old Ghostbusters teaching some new young men Ghostbusters.
That's what I thought this one was going to be about.
I did too, and even when they said women, I was like, okay.
I was thinking maybe daughters.
I think the casting was fucking horrible.
I think the movie would have been better if Harold Ramis didn't die.
I think
because I think Harold Ramis was writing it in the early stages, and then he died.
And can I just say this without being called a bigot? No. Who's female-wise? Who's funny?
Melissa McCarthy plays all the same fucking things.
She's funny, you're right, but she's Melissa McCarthy in every movie.
She plays the same.
It's kind of like watching Kevin James. I can't. You're the king or queen. That's all you are.
Kevin Hart.
Kristen Wiig is kind of funny.
Same thing though. He's Kevin Hart in every movie.
See, Kristen Wiig's kind of funny. I personally like Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon's cool.
Was she the one that played
She's
crazy
yeah,
with
she's the glasses.
Okay.
They've entered.
And I heard she was actually kind of funny.
You know,
And the other two weren't.
yeah, Leslie Jones, I think, was the weakest out of all of them.
Yeah, that was.
She was the most forgettable.
That's what
I
I'm
think-
saying. Casting-wise, I thought it was just.
They went all
poor.
SNL. Like they
She's
did
so
for the-
forgettable. Dan Aykroyd forgot about her
Mm-hmm.
in the interview. She's saying, he's like, "Oh, I love Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon,
And he's like, "That
and
black
Kristen
chick."
Wiig, and dot. Oh, and Leslie Jones."
It's so racist.
I think the cars suck, personally. The Ghostbuster cars.
Yeah, they fucked up Echo. They fucked up a bunch of
Casting was
shit,
terrible, though.
dude.
If you start with poor actors, you're gonna get a poor movie.
And then they had, like, their version of Slimer, which was a giant ghost logo that came out. It's just like...
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I have zero interest in seeing that movie, and I'm a Ghostbusters fan. Maybe not on the
You guys
level of
know how I
Wreck-It,
am.
but I am a fan. And they fucked that up hardcore. So, Lucasfilm, take a good hard look.
They threw Thor in as a fucking...
See, now I heard you either loved or hated him.
I
Because
hated
Jeff
it.
said he was fucking awesome.
Yeah, but they all got that sense of humor that's just like...
That is Jeff, though.
What was that, Nate?
Nate, I wanted
Speaking
you
to the microphone, Nate!
I wanted you to paint the windows and scrape the windows after you're done painting them.
Here's the line of the day. Listeners, just remember, Nate cannot control gravity, bitches. He cannot control gravity. Who the fuck do you think he's a wizard?
He can't control gravity. It's not his fault.
Dude, that was fucking epically awesome.
I heard about it. I dropped the mic for you.
Nate just dropped the mic. I don't have control over gravity, Jeff. Drop. Peace out.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Anyways,
Alright.
you know nothing about what we're talking about.
Right.
Next week, Transformers, baby. Finally, the last one, probably.
Probably, maybe not.
Hopefully. Yeah, when end credits, people stand up and go, woo!
And then
Not 'cause
end,
it's good.
and then it's the end credit scene. Like, ah, damn it!
No!
If we're doing 80 movies, we need to do like...
All I'm saying is, if this is the last one, kill Prime.
Optimus Prime.
Kill him, motherfuckers! You killed him in the cartoon.
Why do they have to kill
I wept
these
like a
people?
baby.
Why do they have to kill these people off? Han
I was
Solo, they had to
7
kill
years
him off.
old.
Optimus Prime, they're going to have to kill him. No, they don't have to kill him off. They can retire on a nice island with Paul Walker.
I was 7 years old. My cousins went to go see it, and they came home and they're like, "They killed Optimus Prime in the first 10 minutes." I was like, I cried for days.
I mean, it's a robot. Fuck. It's not like Alpha 5.
So I heard that they're hinting at in this movie Unicron.
Yep. Unicron
And if
is...
Unicron's gonna be in it, then you better fucking kill Optimus and just reboot the whole damn thing.
I have one theory. What they should have done was do G.I. Joe and Transformers together.
They're
in the
talking
same
about
movie.
it. They've been talking about it.
But bring back Duke and don't bring back Channing Tatum.
They just gotta get rid of Michael Bay first. Because Michael Bay's like, yeah, I'll do that, I'll do that.
No!
I
Don't,
mean,
Michael.
no, never mind. It was just an
This
idea.
pile of dog shit with a super cape? I'll do it. Why not? That sounds great. Does it talk? Even better. Let's
Will there
do
be
it.
explosions? I'm your man!
I'm your man. Does the dog shit blow up? I'm in.
Yeah, next week, people, Transformers.
Yep.
Until next time, same bat channel, same bat time.
Always bet I'm black.
All right, see you, thanks.